Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we have another uh, Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2023 Swiss Round 2 match here between BK, Patrick, and homewrecker. I'm starting with me, and comms tonight is Bri, returning for a second time. How are you doing?
Hello, I am doing well, and I am excited for this race here.
Got a good race here between the two runners here. Patrick, of course, is our defending champion. Homewrecker is newer to the community, but it is not news. This is not his first round of things either, so it should be interesting to see how they do. Uh, and we should be able to
Yeah,
get soon. This is 1-1. This is the 1-0 Swiss side of things. I know Homewrecker beat Bob the Elder last week, and Patrick took out CS Tudor in round 1.
yeah, this might, I wonder if this might end up somewhat similar to last week's race, given our starting loadout for everything here that we'll see in about 30 seconds.
Spoilers!
Yeah, you're already seeing some things lit up on the board there. Candle Raft Boots Cross that we've got. We know the gem count, we know the lives, we know the hearts. So pretty interesting. The homewrecker did take the win last week off of a one gem, no glove GP required win. And Big Pickett had, I think it was a 5 or 6 gemmer that he took tutor on last week. Both good races though.
Okay, and we're off. Life is 99 points. One gem, 5, 3 hearts.
Yeah, this is going to be, and no stabs. No stabs for either one of these runners either. So they're going to have to fight, and hopefully they can stay alive for a little while.
Yep. I don't know what's wrong with Patrick's audio today, but we're switching to homes.
Got ourselves some orange Dyras in the mix here, worth 150. Very nice. We might see a little bit of grinding on those guys. Not too bad. Just going to the right in that encounter. Nothing too dangerous otherwise.
Yep. Looks like we've got a vanilla lake map today.
I'm gonna
Nido near start.
I'm gonna wager my money on Mountainous here.
It's either Mountainous or vanilla lake. The two can be hard to tell apart at a quick glance, and I can't tell which it is. 1 life, 2 lives, and 3 hearts is fun for survivability.
Yeah, I always feel bad for certain
Just
runners.
barely manages to make it to Rauru here in the far northeast, which does have the spell if I was reading that right. Shield and Nido.
Yeah, Patrick does 2 heart container starts for practice in Max Rando, but I know Home a little less experienced in the combat category here, so the start might be a little rough for him.
Yeah, reflect. Sorry, I'm scared of brain Rauru.
Oh
yeah. This is gonna be tricky, especially for one who doesn't race Z2R as much like Home. We tend to see him around other communities more. These low heart starts can be really challenging, especially when it's also a stupendously low gem count like this. It's just a 1 gemmer. You're not getting to get the high levels from palaces. You're going to get 1 gem and that's it. Go west to find the hammer is actually a pretty decent hint there.
Might be right here in nope. I was gonna say might be right here in Trophy Cave, but not tonight.
Nah, that's a p-bag. And at least it didn't get insta beeps. There is that. VXR, there is that. How many points was that p-bag there in Trophy Cave? That's
50.
That's not fun. Game over to those Dyras. For homewrecker, they're going to be seeing a lot of game overs today. 3 hearts, 2 lives equals a recipe for a mess. As there's a death from Patrick, speaking of, and they have the game over actually. They have the life spell. It's just uncastable at Magic 1. It's 99.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see, like, can they even not really escape the starting area? Are the desert tiles ending up as those swamp encounters with red Dyras in them?
I'm not sure. We've got 3 or 6 just west of start, but it does look like these desert encounters are a mess.
Now, honestly, this is huge for Patrick, seeing these 150, 50-50. The 50-50 iron knuckles on the outside worth 150 each. We might see some grinding here, yeah. The starting jail for this particular seed seems a little rough.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree with you there.
when you go into a palace and you're completely safe, even if you take the, I mean, it's not going to be a one shot from the red iron knuckle, but it's, even if you take a game over here, you're just going to start right back at the start of this palace. You don't get sent back to North Palace like you do in the vanilla game. But yeah, if home just goes west from start, I think we'll see potentially even a little bit more grinding to get him into his comfort level here as well. But maybe not. Maybe he'll be able to head south here and find something of interest.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Had to restart my internet because it decided to quit for a minute there. Child for Patrick, and I have no idea how they each got to where they're currently at.
Patrick is west, and home is south.
Okay, thank you. And this is definitely a mountainous map.
Right to Death Mountain.
Yep. And that's a canyon Death Mountain that he absolutely does not feel like going to dig right now. Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe if you had the hammer, you'd try to look for a quick rock or something, but I don't know. You got the boots. You can always just come back later. It's no real rush. There's plenty of stuff on the west to find.
Yep. Alright, home is kind of in the south middle part of the map approximately, I think, and no hint there.
Home, seeing the sign, and of course the fast text hack kind of it gets a little misses some letters from time to time. Sees it says H Town, looks at the sign again. It says H Town again. So there it is. Sorry, it is H Town today.
Yep, thankfully can't just go straight over to the other side. Well, it kind of needs to go for a bit of a walk, but can do that. And here in the far southeastern corner, Lincoln suddenly he's in North Palace. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, home took a game over in Medicine Cave on the first I were there.
Okay, lag on my end then, I suppose. Patrick is somewhere up north. And GP was right near Star. I did miss that.
Yeah, we're missing a third palace here, and maybe one cave. Heart Container? Did we see Heart Container Cave? I don't remember.
We might be. Internet problems combined with lag has resulted in me losing track of a little bit of things here.
If anything, at least we're missing whatever's in Medicine Cave, but we know where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, Magic Container Cave here on. I thought we were missing another cave, so this is going to be on Patrick's side.
Yeah, death for homewrecker. They're going to be seeing a lot of deaths from these two today.
I mean, one redeeming factor here is that they did start with the candle. I'm trying to find some positives here, so come on.
Oh no, you're not wrong. I'm just not sure there's anything else nice to be said about the survivability of this scene right now. I mean, I guess, okay, the game gets 300 instead of 1, but this is pretty terrible. And it does help that the experience yields aren't spectacular. There's a flute. No high payback amounts that I've seen. Yeah, it's just some 150s from a couple of these Dyrus, maybe 200 somewhere, but there's not a lot in the way of experience either to get their magic and life levels down. Life, of course, to increases their, how many hits they can take, and magic to hopefully lower that cost of that life spell, because 99 is not it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I really thought we'd see a little bit more grinding off that iron knuckle at the front of that 3 or 6 palace, and we didn't. And I'm only speaking from my own perspective as well. I probably would have gotten at least another level from that thing. Just those early levels at 150 each. Kind of sucks to keep getting red jars out of the statue if you're gambling on that, but I don't know. That's a pretty safe way to level up right at the start there.
Oh, absolutely, especially because they've taken several game overs each by now. They're good. Speaking of, I think that's one for. Nope, not yet for home. Yeah, we're getting 150s off a handful of different large enemies, and then almost nothing off the rest.
Yeah, home's going to make it through this magic container cave now.
Pick up that flute, and there's life 2. No magic 2, okay. I didn't catch how much life cost at this level, but yeah.
I mean, the real kicker is going to be when life heals for 1 bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, front of Saria is kind of in an isolated pocket of the mountains there.
Yeah.
You either need Fairy find Bagu wherever he's at, or I'm not sure what that cave next to the other end of Saria is, but that's a little concerning.
I don't think we've seen Parappa yet. We've seen Fairy and Jump Cave. I don't remember the configuration of the caves down there by Saria, so I might just be identifying
I'm
Jump
not
Cave on
sure
the other
either.
side.
I don't know what that's supposed to be. We have Clem thinks we've seen Bagu's Wood somewhere up north, I think.
Yeah, well, Patrick's in one of the encounters right now, so it's somewhere right around there.
Okay, so I mean it's Dash and Saria, which is probably more harm than help right now on this survivability situation because you just run face first into everything instead. Tends not to go so well when you can't take his, but it might be nice for eventually.
Yeah, I think Homewrecker's showing us the furthest south we've seen so far. I don't think. Oh, Patrick's down here as well. Okay.
So this is new. We saw the southeastern end of the corner of the map from home. Southwest is new. Mountainous biome being your regular old mountainous biome, very linear, very difficult to get around. Very kind of. We've got at least one sort of segment there with Saria. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, which is to be expected.
There we go. He doesn't. Or is that the backside of Saria we have access to there?
It's the backside of Saria. We don't have.
Okay.
I think it's the front side of Saria, so we don't have access to.
Yeah, I'm a little disoriented because we came from the southwest now instead of just coming south. There's two ways to get there now. So now I'm familiar with this map here. These mountainous layouts are sometimes ridiculous.
Mountainous biomes are one of the most challenging in my opinion.
This medicine cave, man. Wow.
And
he just up an A's.
No, I don't want to deal with those.
Well, if you can get a castable reflect, you can just block the Red Dyra's axes. I don't know. I mean, reflect's probably not castable at Magic 2, but once you get there.
I'd actually like to see the spell menu at some point. Oh, right. That P5 up here in the north east.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, maybe we did see all those early on. I just missed that we saw 5. So 5 GP and then 3/6, whatever one it ends up being.
Yep.
Well, Patrick's going to give his attempt at Medicine Cave here. Again, at least we have the candle. We can see what we're doing. Might be a 2-shot on this Red Dyra. I already took 1 axe.
It's very close to a 2-shot. Yeah, at least I can't tell if that's just over 1.5 or 1.5 or a bit less. That blue Dyra almost took him out after. Yeah, that's nice.
And a game over.
Actually, that cave is giving them both a business.
Well, here's the situation we're in. Like, both of them are having a bad time here. I think we've both got about the same exploration here. The only thing that Patrick has over home is the hammer, which I think he's about to pick up now in this cave. But otherwise, they've seen the same stuff so far. And it feels bad to start like this, but you have to sometimes consider that your opponent is doing exactly the having the same luck you are here.
Here's an honest thought. We've got 5, 3, or 6 in GP on the west. This is a 1-gemmer.
Yeah.
At what point do you just decide, screw it, I'm going to go grind some levels and see if that 3 or 6 is beatable or something. I don't think I would want to try Guma on this, but if Barba is accessible or Rebo's around someplace, it might not be the worst thing in the world to give it a go.
Yeah, I think Helm's going to check for there's Hammer Cave or our connection at the top there, that north-facing cave. But I think he's looking for a rock right now. He got the hammer.
Yeah, I think he's trying to see where Spectacle Rock is. River canyons are usually decent. There's Bagu for Patrick. Somewhere kind of in the middle of the eastern side of the map, I think here. River canyons are usually okay with boots, but you still have. But sometimes I find people are too shy to go too far from the river, and then they miss that close to the edges of the map. And that goes for Dried Canyons too. We were talking about this in the earlier race, which had 2 Dried Canyons. Is you want to try to stick to the middle, but sometimes you have to go towards the edges to see something because it is easy to miss stuff. Dried and regular.
Yeah, as easy as the canyon maps tend to be viewed, they can have some things hidden on edges, as we just said.
Oh, raft tile and a palace here. If this was P1 or P4, I wonder at what point you start considering that too.
All right, Bagu, the
Yeah,
opposite of
that's the other of
P36.
3 or 6.
Patrick also coming through Saria here. We're going to get the dash spell and see what is on the other end of it, unless there was nothing. Or was there a cave there?
There's a cave over there, and that's a
Okay.
raft to the east. Which looked to be kind of called volcanic, actually. And who knows? And that is an item in here in Maze Island for home. Got 3 full bars of health here, so hopefully makes it through to just a back. At least doesn't have to come back for it, but that's not helpful. I'll turn Home's audio up some. Patrick's audio's busted today for some reason, so we can't use it. Go us to find the flute. Thanks.
Okay, this is this.
Okay, Pastor Cave here. I'm not sure where the other end of this, honestly.
No, this is Heart Container Cave.
Oh, is it? Never mind, I'm scattering.
Yeah, so that's all of our item caves accounted for then on the west.
Yep, seems like it. Let's see. Home's looking for the second item in Maze Island. Really doesn't want to take too many encounters, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't. Oh boy.
That's a glove. Okay. They don't have fairy. They don't have the any key, but they have. It's a one term, and they've got a few different palaces available. I wonder if you at least take a dip in and see if one of the bosses is like 3 rooms in or something. Home taking a death and is going to go back to that palace to obey, I think. Maybe.
He almost has a level. 340 is he passed it up, so he's almost got a different level. Okay. 340 is going to be magic 3, and then whatever's beyond that is what he's going for here.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you that 50-50 Iron Knuckle in the front of that opposite 3-6 palace will probably yield better results.
Heart Container is really good for Home here, actually.
Yeah, and I want to call back to the blue Lizalfo that he encountered and took a death to in that one encounter, that one Maze Island encounter. This is where it's like there are certain times when combat and knowing how to avoid and tackle certain enemies really comes into play, especially at low resources when you don't start with downstab or something that makes it easy to get over those enemies. Those are the things you want to practice as a newer runner that really make you just a lot more comfortable with handling those things. That blue Lizalfo scared him away and he got beat up by him, but with some practice, you can learn their rhythm, their pattern, and all that stuff, and you can get over them pretty easily especially in that encounter.
Yeah, for sure. We saw P4, by the way, here just north of that raft tile from Home. You also got the town here, which is Brew with Spell. Okay.
To finish that thought, though, to be fair, it did scare him out of that encounter and push him towards the Heart Container. So he did end up getting a benefit of not going in that direction after all.
Yeah. Okay, Home's gonna get a heal here. I think he's still on his first life. That Heart Container's big on this seat, honestly.
We're about to see what's in. Oh no! Magic container. Medicine cave here at the last enemy. I think he's got one hit. There it is.
And it's the medicine. That gives you a shield spell, which isn't actually dreadful on this seat, I'll be honest, actually.
Kind of nice.
Life is still 99 at Magic 2, by the way. Just got a glimpse of that at Home Send. So they're not guessing life. The shield, honestly, went 40,
yeah.
3. 64 dash is black, but they're probably not going to be using dash as much anyhow right now.
Yeah, Patrick did not pick up Reflect when he saw it, so that's something to note there. These low resource seeds, the Reflect spell, again, calling back to the Red Dairas and the Blue Zolfos and things like that, you can cast Reflect to block their projectiles that they throw. That's something that sometimes comes into play, so interesting. I might have made the same choice myself, I don't know.
It's hard to be sure, honestly. Yeah, here's another P bag, which is enough for a level. Fair enough. And that's attack 3.
Yeah, that was
Patrick
700.
Very nice, actually. It didn't quite catch. 700 is largest we've seen yet, I think. And that's going to be good for 333 for Home. There's Spec Rock for Patrick. Don't think Home quite managed to see that. And that's red jar. I don't think you want to see that.
At least we got a life cast, I think, didn't we there? I mean, I think he was only missing a bar or something.
Something, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Wasn't entirely paying attention. We did start with 4 items, but we also started with 1 less heart. So on the red jar for now, though. I do wonder what the max amount of hearts is in this scene. Not that we're likely to see it anyhow, with this being a 1-gemmer, as truly of a 1-gemmer as it is. And Home was our first person to actually decide, okay, I'm gonna just go take a look in here and see if Karak's not, like, 2 rooms in.
Yeah, not today.
I mean, yeah. This is going to be the P bag for Patrick and Me's Island.
I will give credit where credit's due. I did talk about Home and the Lizalfos a minute ago, and he did just make a nice neutral jump over one of the red Lizalfos in that encounter. So I'm watching you, Home. Assuming he's watching this back.
Ooh, does take a hit here. Okay, that goes down.
I'd like him to cast Life because we'd be able to see how much it gives back at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure he realizes it's castable at Magic 3. He only just got it a minute ago. Okay, there's 150. That's
I think we have
4.
I think we have invulnerable orange Lizalfos here that Patrick couldn't land a hit on.
And Home decides, okay, Karak is not 1 room in. I don't feel like taking this too far right now. As there's the heart for Patrick.
This is not a phenomenal encounter here, especially with invulnerable blue spiders.
Yeah, no, as that's a lava bath that really hurts for Home. Thankfully, not a game over. That would have quite hurt. And that's again spell like curse. It is a game over.
It's not too bad to get back to right where he was, but it is a little bit of a walk.
It is. As now Patrick's on the east. Is going to see P4 here. Internet just quit again, apparently. Yikes.
It would be something if we've got P1 it's sitting in Death Valley today, which probably both the runners are maybe trying to peak for here.
It's possible. This does look like a volcano biome, so there should be a crater in the middle of the map here. It is going to be a 50-50 between P1 versus P2 in there, which actually both are relatively shorter palaces. The P2 can be longer than some of the others. Could be interesting to see what that is.
I'm not sure if anyone in chat caught how much life healed for there. It didn't look like it healed for too much because Patrick is not fully healed, but he might have been super low. I'm not sure. Trying to keep an eye out for that. Jumptown and Sariat. Not going to go in and get it just yet, even though that is essentially the way to get downstab here that both of runners are. Or I guess he's checking to see if there's a magic container here, just in case it was 5 to get into the basement, but there's not. Home digging into what we're seeing now is P6 with the jail bar windows saying, nah, I'm out. So that leaves P3 just west of start on the west.
Yep. Yeah, I don't blame Home for deciding, no, I don't really feel like taking 6 right now.
It is just 6 to get into the basement, though. He's going to grab Jump, and he cannot cast Spell at Magic 3. It is 67 out of his 64 Magic.
That's always a troll when you are just a couple points short.
I don't know what we're picking up here in Naburu. It is going to be... Oh, Spell. Okay. Wait, didn't we start? Did we? No. Okay. Home was already here. That's why he's got Spell.
Yep.
So we still got the desert tile sitting out there somewhere, and we still have Sunken P-Bag Cave. I don't know if Home did Risen. We did see Patrick do Risen P-Bag Cave, though. It was just a 50 bag at the end of that. So hopefully, if Home hasn't done it and he sees it, he's definitely probably going to dig into it. But, if he skips it, he won't be missing out on much. And there's Sunken. So both of our item caves available on the east side of our, what we assume is a volcanic east here. Taking care of that Lozolfo nicely. Potential forest tile block here. Might be a desert tile underneath there. Might be a nothing burger. Magic container for home and sunken pea bag on the desert tile, which is hidden underneath the forest tile today. Everything is right here on the east side of the east. So we've got both locations, New Kasuto. We've got Risen and sunken pea bag caves here. And then we have the water tile and the desert tile, and both of our runners having the hammer here, they'll be able to see that as not super rewarding for either of those environment tiles, but something that our runners can definitely check off of their list for things to look for.
Absolutely. My internet just flipped again. I think it's returned. There's a match for Patrick. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was saying there was another 700 point P bag there for home on the hidden encounter tile.
That is a very nice thing to get.
Yeah, he's found both of those. That's free, 1,400 free experience right there. Very nice.
For sure. Stopping by the bird, reset the encounters.
But and this, no, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that Fairy is going to be on the east side of that volcano today.
You mean the west?
I mean the west side. The west side of the volcano. Yes.
I was going to say we're on the eastern side of the map.
And so is Thunder, isn't it?
Fairy and Thunder are between Daruni and Old Kasuto. Yeah, by my count.
Wow. So if we need either one of those.
I think just to the southwest of where Patrick said, I think that's the eastern end of the caldera going to nowhere or crater. Like it just leads into like a dead end pocket of lava, which.
Oh, interesting. Which would mean we have.
Oh no! Sorry, glitchy bit. Oh, that was a glitched eastern exit. The actual exit is right there. Hard boots locked. Lovely. Good thing you started those boots because this is a setup for an unbeatable sea that we've seen a few times before.
Oh, we're getting spell tower check here.
Yeah, we are. Heart container. Very nice.
Okay, so we at least know +2 heart containers out there. There's no guarantee that we're going to be able to find all 8 because the seed may not contain all 8, but it contains at least 5.
Yeah, we've seen 4 pea bags and 1 red jar, at least to my count so far. We did start with 4 items, and there is an additional. And they start with 4 items, but there is. And start with 1 less heart. So there's like 3 extra junk items in the pool at minimum. Plus, I think there's 4 in the vanilla pool. So there's just still some room for those yet. But we've seen a fair few junk items, so it's possible we might not have all your hearts in the sea today.
Well, we also started with some items on top of that, so those would be removed as well.
And then I counted them.
Okay.
Like I think there should be about because it's 4 original plus 4 starting items. And then if you add back this heart they didn't start with, we end up with 7, I think.
Both of our runners going into Death Valley here to push through to get to the other side, knowing that, probably knowing based especially on their trackers, that Fairy and Thunder are going to be on the west side of our eastern volcano. But just a little advantage for Big Picket having the glove there. So if there's any glove blocks on P1 or something, which I assume they'll try to dig if they see it, that might come back to bite home right now.
Yeah, P2 is in the crater there. So the west side of the map must have P1 somewhere in it. Also, this is a long exit out to the western end of this crater. I can't even see the exit cave, but it's that is a lot of lava tiles on the way there.
Yeah, homewrecker doing a little dance with the Moa there. Does make it out, able to up an A, get all of his resources back, and try to get through this last tail of it all. But we got 3 lava encounters total, so there's at least 2 more. There's 2 more in this direction, seeing as there's 1 on the other side.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very busy encounter on home side here.
Oh, geez, yeah. Doing trying to do some jumping to avoid them. And Ends up taking a lava bath. Oof.
He should step back and come back to that palace right away and just up an A and get his life back.
I think he realized. Oh, that's a funky looking exit here, Lib. Very, very funky looking exit. Alright, what's the Raid Rock got for us today? Old Kasuto, so new Dorina must be right next door with. That has Thunder because that's Fairy in Old Kasuto.
Yeah, Home digging into this P2 here real fast, so seeing if he can gamble on having Helmet Head accessible, but there might be another door to the left here. There was one downstairs. There might be one to the left here at the top of that. Nope. This room that he's in has multiple configurations, and sometimes there's a door there.
Thankfully not. Thunder for Patrick. Ooh, should I think I... Oh, he needs a refill of slow magic, but we'll be able to get up stab here as well. Didn't much to mention this yet, but what is that sprite that Homewrecker is playing with?
I have a name for it, but it's not the correct name, and I don't know the correct name.
Fair.
I don't want to say it because it might shame Home, but I've said it in the stream, so I'll just leave it at that. I don't know the proper name of the sprite.
Gotcha. It does look kind of feline, I'll say that much. I don't know either, honestly. Now, I think that was a dead end off to the left there, so you have to go down here to continue in P2.
And we're back to the west for Patrick here with his spells, and he's got the... How much... Did we see how much Fairy was to cast?
No idea. Haven't gone looking recent on Magic 4.
Okay.
I think it's like... It's castable on Magic 3. I just don't remember how much it was. I think I maybe the thinking of Life Spell. I haven't caught Fairy lately. 42 apparently. Thanks, chat. Ooh, and apparently it's called Janky, a character from Fortnite, according to chat. Is about that sprite.
So I know Home wants to go through these with the jump spell, and that's definitely a way to do it. This is a very busy encounter, though, as he's already shown us, and I might be more inclined to do like encounter skips as opposed to trying to fight these bats and this moa and this invulnerable spider that is coming my way, as well as a lever that is coming up out of the ground in random spots.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dangerous encounter. This is like the worst thing you could run into. The only thing worse is being in the dark and maybe not even having the cross. So that's the only way it gets any worse than this. But this is pretty bad.
Honest question, does Home know encounter skips?
I would think he does. It's entirely possible that just being stuck in this race like this, that, something as simple as that, you can easily just kind of slip your mind at times.
Yeah, because he hasn't done any, but I honestly don't know his skill level well enough to tell you if he does it. Patrick's back in the southeast corner of the west. I'm not sure why, and I guess he's not sure either.
He checked Jump Cave, but I'm not sure we had a reason to do that entirely. I don't know where it spit him out.
Mito again? It's east of Start in the northeastern part of the map, Clem. Hey, Tudor. Welcome into a very terrible one-gemmer, as this is... I think this is going to be P5, because this was pretty close to Start for Home.
Yeah, we got...
P-Block.
Yeah, Homewrecker is in P5 now, and he does have the jump spell as well, so he could go to Mito and get downstab. I think he might be not going into 3, which is just west of Start, simply because he might not want to do a jump list, a downstab list, Rebanak.
It's possible. GP's basically just left of Start, yeah. Tudor and Clem. The issue with this seed really has been survivability. They've only got 2 lives. They've managed to find 4 and 5 hearts respectively, and so they're dying a lot. Experience hasn't been the most generous in this seed. It's not been complete garbage, but it's not been anything particularly good. And they're just not happy. They've had at least a 10 game overs each by now, I'm pretty sure. And it's just being a rough day.
This is a hell of an enemy set in this seed. All these red Dairas.
They are everywhere and they're hitting hard. If you can beat them, they give a decent amount of experience at 150 each, but beating them's a problem. There's Mito for Patrick. $200 payback there, not terrible for home. Like, it's nothing too generous, but it's worse. Yeah. Tudor, we've seen at least the start of a couple palaces. I think let's see, we've definitely seen the start of 4. We've seen the start of 6, 5, 2, I think. Like, we've seen the start of several palaces. None of the... I'm not sure if anyone really took a look in P1 yet.
No,
but I think other than like P1 and maybe... I think we've seen like the start of most of the palaces at least, and none of them look like they had an early boss, unfortunately. Like,
yeah, I guess if I was gambling,
like they have between the two, they have each dipped into a few palaces to see if there's a boss like 2 rooms in, and the general consensus has been nope, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Patrick doesn't know whether this is 3 or 6. I don't believe. We know it's 3 because Home showed us the other one on Maze Island was 6. So this will be an easy.
This is our first time seeing 3. I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in theory, this will be easier than 6, but in reality, who knows? It's not a Rebo immediately. In any case, that's obvious, unless it's left. It's on that left from start. This right from start doesn't have Rebo immediately. That's for sure. Yeah, that's not an immediate Rebo over here.
Wow, Patrick. This is a room you might not want to dash in because you could have taken a bop and landed in the lava there.
Yeah. Oh, pair of Iron Knuckles greeting him here. Now, work on the bridge there, and there's Rebo. Okay, that's not dismal. Go right from start, go like 4 rooms, and there's Rebo. It's decently fast, actually.
If he takes a death here, he does have one other shot at this. He's got enough to cast Fairy, even if he shields.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a death.
We'll finally get a chance to see what bosses are dropping.
Yeah, and this will also maybe be the only boss of the seed. I think Patrick's gonna try and at least take a gander at GP after this, so I don't know how well he'll do in it, but he'll probably at least take a look in GP after he's done here. It's also pretty close to start, so we'll get to see just how ugly is GP. Blue jar, nah.
Yeah, no keys in the drop pool. 42 cost of Fairy at Magic 4. I don't know how much Thunder is. It might be. I mean, it's very well possible that it's castable. I mean, he's essentially in go mode, so he needs to just get into GP and see what's in there.
Get into GP, see what's in there, and that's a
nice.
Nice.
Go back to New Kasuto if you want to check the basement.
I think he's going for GP here because it's right over here.
So I was going to say, technically, if Home wants to go try, he can't get through because we know bosses are not dropping keys, but he can definitely reach Rebanak, but he just needs he needs either a key or a castable fairy spell to get through that door at the end.
Yeah. All right. 37 like goes 7, I think, was the time for Patrick's GP entry. Immediate fork into a paperclip room to the right here from start. Orange Chicken Knight, hello.
About 2.5 heart containers for an unshielded bop from one of those guys.
Not that there. It's when you've only got 5 hearts total.
Home is back in Death Mountain, and I was going to say this earlier that we already knew that Spec Rock was nothing, as he just showed us again, but the fact that Hammer Cave might have like something like the Magic Key in there could have very easily been like an easier to reach progression point than Fairy on the other side of our Volcanic East.
Yeah, which I think Home might be trying to get back to now. This is okay. Left here from Star into a big bot for Patrick because he went right, took a few bops from that orange chicken knight, then found a spicy chicken in the next room. That combined with the flying head or two killed him entirely, and now great, more fun. And more forks.
That's what we'd like to see.
Yeah.
You don't sound as excited as the audience is.
Sorry, I'm just looking over here. This spicy chicken is taking a lot of hits. And that is enough stamp. Yeah, no, forks is good. Forks are good for Homewrecker, who still needs to get Fairy in the eastern side of the east, and then go beat a palace. We hope P3 because that one seems to be the shortest today. Also going to get that heart container, which is going to help here at a spell tower.
I think Home's probably going to do one on the opposite side of the volcano over there where the towns are at, but 3 would probably be the best, seeing as it does have that magic container in there. I mean, 1 might have a magic container as well, but you already know that magic container in 3 is like right there after the boss.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is Home doesn't have that glove. We've seen a few different glove blocks in GP at this point, and that Baku's Woods apparently was just something Home never quite got around to. Like he can do it with Fairy, but he still has to get across that crater to get to Fairy, which is not easy either.
Well, we have a fairy or jump / jump plus dash or fairy block here in this room.
Glove Tutor is in the far southeastern corner of the west. You have to cross Sorry to get there. Is what it is.
Yeah, I hope this becomes a great GP and not just like a pushover GP. I hope that Patrick's in here for at least a little while.
I think that's the low survivability of this seed, which has improved a bit with 5 hearts, 5 hearts in life 5. It's still kind of crappy though. That's doing a lot of things for GP anyway. But yes, lots of forks.
Yeah, resource management. If Thunderbird's going to be required, resource management, it might be hell in this particular GP because,
well, speaking of, 65 Thunder at Magic 4. Okay. Does have just barely enough to cast a shield, it looked like there. And 445 T-Bird. I don't know what life Patrick's on, but
yeah, it could still be a 2-shot, even at life 5 hearts, and the shield spell.
Okay, Homewrecker survived the crater this time.
Perfect.
And Chad says Patrick's on his last life. Thank you. 1 bop. That's a 3-shot.
Almost got him. Oh!
And that's why I didn't say anything because I didn't want the Oscar sim.
I love it.
It feels bad.
Oh, Homewrecker going into Old Kasuto. Okay, no, he's not. No, he's not. I thought he was going in for some hints in Old Kasuto. I don't even know where those hints are at. So,
me neither. We don't see them ever. And okay, it does leave. Did he actually get Fairy there? I hope he did.
Yes.
At least. Okay, just needs marking on the tracker. Thank you. And he's gonna get upstab here, as well as Thunder.
So Patrick not checking left there yet. Because this path, unless, hold on. I'm pretty sure the first path he did, he went to the reverse paperclip, through the orange bird, and it wrapped him around to that 4-way elevator. But I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure we're going to take a left here. No, we're not.
And you ain't right.
Upstab for Homewrecker.
Yep. Are you Santa Claus? Yeah. SGP kind of as far as color palettes go. I don't mind this light blue too much, though the pattern backgrounds are making it a bit sharpy to keep an eye on.
Yeah, if it's a little too busy and bright, trying to, even though the fireballs are red and this doesn't really exactly match the red of Thunderbird's fireballs, it still can be pretty difficult to track them. There's just a lot of visual noise.
There is, because the actual the base color of those palettes isn't dreadful. This light baby blue is itself far from the worst color we've ever seen this randomizer give us. But the fact that the background is not solid black, but rather has the outlines of those tiles, and this parquet pattern gets to be really quite busy.
Okay, so I was wrong. He did take the left at start previously, and that's how he got himself to Thunderbird on that path, although there were multiple junctions along the way. This is just to the right, ended up being a drop, which takes us into this direction here, into this room, and I don't know what's beyond here.
Yeah, me neither. I think, I've just completely lost track of where Holmes at.
He's going to keep trying for this red jar here.
No, Patrick, yeah. Holmes at P1. We'll see if this is how doable this is.
1 bar of life is what life heals. Just got the confirmation.
The Horsehead's fast, at least for homewrecker. That's good.
Has to still work.
3-hit Horsehead, too. Very nice. To still get back to that remote corner of the west for that glove, though.
Yeah, see, that's kind of the concern, is how long is he going to get stuck? Potentially, I don't know if he would gamble on palaces at this point, but I don't know. He's definitely has a tracker, and he definitely knows that he's missed at least one area on the west, and that's going to be Heart Container Cave.
He has physically seen the cave, I'm fairly sure, that has his glove in it, but and he knows what it's Saria to get there. He just, hasn't found Bagu and didn't have Fairy until a couple minutes ago to get it. Earlier him in one is good. Nice. Ooh, magic jar is handy.
Jar in the item room right behind Rebo, and jar in the item room right behind Horsehead. Wow, what are the chances?
Yeah. And home is heading out. Okay, good. Patrick is just beating his head against the wall here in this GP. This is this entire thing's a mess. Looks like Home's going to give the GP a spin, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, Patrick took that right, and it led him back around to the 4-way that he's already seen. So technically going left gets him... It's quicker to go left to just get back to this 4-way that I think he's about to run into.
Yeah. All right, GP for Home.
Yeah, so far, if he goes right, he'll hit the glove block, and he'll have to... Well, I guess if he's going to get to Thunderbird, it looks like he's going to need the glove anyway. So it might not be. He might just be pushed to Darklink in another direction.
It might be that the glove is that the lack of a glove might send Home down more particular paths. We have seen at least a couple things that aren't straight glove locked in this place. So there has been several glove blocks, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
GP is a slightly more purplish, but otherwise just about as trippy here for Home.
I was going to say there is technically one non-glove block path that we've seen available, but we haven't seen Patrick take it yet. So it's entirely possible that is where Home gets pushed to.
It is. I do think Home is kind of behind at the moment, so he does need to make this no-glove situation work out, because it is not an exceptionally fast trip all the way off to that corner of the west where that glove is. He drops on the top of that L7, and that is a glove block.
Oh, he's out. He's not going to keep exploring. Okay.
Alright, he is out. Let's see where he goes here as he goes glove hunting. Not getting straight for P3 or P5, which is good. Yeah, this is new for Patrick. Homewrecker's heading in the general right direction. He's heading south and east.
Well, Patrick might be kind of screwed here. Oh, he gets the jump out as both the orange and the red fall into the pit, but now he's got to dodge some beams in Matrix mode.
Yeah, lag mode too there. Lots of lag.
This could be another fun room if there are birds in here.
Yep. Okay, Home is heading straight for his glove. That's good.
Perfect.
He's still behind. Is also down 1 life level, but I'm not entirely sure how much that'll matter. Here's. Honestly, this GP's just. Ooh, and that is another game over for Patrick. I think I'm gonna ask them to check their final game over counts at the end of this because it's gotta be something ridiculous. I like how the front of Saria has a comment about Bagu. Thanks.
Yeah, that's the bot. The bot who usually has the hint for Bagu.
Yeah, Krista would love these chickens in GP. She'd probably love this entire scene in general, really. It's been a hot mess for combat.
So we got 3...
Bot taking out a few hearts on Patrick there. That's not good.
Yeah, he's got a chance for a jar right here in this room, and he's going to take it every single time, I think, even with life only refilling 1. I was about to say, he's got 3 paths left. It's left here that he hasn't shown us, up and left that he hasn't shown us that's not glove blocked, and then beyond Thunderbird. Everything other than that, I think we've seen.
Speaking of the glove, Home has survived to the cave. I think he's still on his first life, so he should be able to survive through here now. He's going to have a bit of an easier time in here than Patrick did. I think Patrick had one heck of a time getting to that glove in here.
Wow, a duplicate room here. Very busy.
Very. And there's the glove for Home. Immediate update. He's out of here. Waffle room here with Patrick. First, Waffle just got a couple bots in it. That's not bad. Blue jar.
Yeah, so we've got 1 extra junction now that we don't know.
Empty. Yeah. Okay, so that waffle room was not terrible. Home's now in GP again.
We've looped around on Patrick's side to one of these 2 rooms.
Yep, we have.
Okay. Well, if I was Home, I'd be gambling lefts at this point. I'm not sure. And there's 1 left. There's 1 left in addition to... It's either Thunderbird or it's a left at the top of this elevator that Homewrecker is about to go up. I'm about to see where Patrick goes. Patrick is about to be in the same room as Home. Home wants to go right. We know that eventually leads to Thunderbird. If Patrick also going right. Nope, going left.
Yep.
Okay, elevator down. Both of our runners getting a little beat up here, to say the least.
I mean, that could be said for this entire seed, but right. This blue chicken's probably going to take out Home here.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. A copy of this room. Oh, wow. This might just loop into itself at this point.
I was going to say, I think this place looks kind of familiar in Patrick's end.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No.
Wow, we got a nice sizable GP here tonight.
I'm
sure our runners are thrilled.
Patrick is certainly thrilled. I don't think... I mean, Home's barely been in here, and I don't think he's amused with it either already. So, yeah. Good, fun times.
Oh!
And there's Darklink, finally.
Well, Thunderbird not required. Was Thunderbird required in the previous race today? I don't think it was.
No, I don't think so.
And GG to Patrick as he takes the win here tonight. I don't expect Homewrecker wants to dig this one out, so.
Yeah, no. GG's to Patrick here, 53-17, and Home has understandably decided, I quit. Does not feel like finishing out that GP. Don't fault him in the slightest, and we'll see if they want to come join us. Hey, Patrick, GG's.
Hey, thank you.
Quite a seed. I quite a seed.
Yeah, that was one of the more interesting ones we've had, I think, or certainly I've played recently. Yeah, I don't really care for low life, low gem. Ugh, yuck.
I absolutely agree with that one. With that statement, then. Wow. Yeah. Well, both of you got pretty beat up. You did slowly uncover the West, and when everyone got to the East, I think Homewrecker was first to the East, and then when you kind of discovered everything on the East, you both were going into the volcano together, but Homewrecker ended up either, I think he game overed over there somewhere right there, and you were able to make it to the other side, and that's kind of what kicked you off moving forward. Home is about to join us here, Will.
Yeah, I thought that could have been a difficult spot. Fortunately, the encounters weren't too bad, as long as you missed the bats.
Yeah.
A good game, Homewrecker. That was a really rough one.
Oh, GG's. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, hey, Home, GG's. Yeah, this one was tough.
The beginning of the
Jumper
seed ran
was
me through the
very.
ringer.
Yeah, you guys both had a very bad time with this one. One Jumper with terrible survivability is going to result in a mess.
We were just telling Patrick that there wasn't with that mountainous west. You both cleared it both in different directions, slowly but surely. I think Patrick was able to get through Medicine Cave before you were, and he found Bagoo, and so he was able to reach Heart Container Cave earlier than you as well. So he did have the glove a good bit earlier, but you eventually did get that glove after gambling on GP. But after the West, you were first to push through Death Mountain and to get to Maze Island, check that out, and then go east. So you were showing us the east first, and then Patrick caught up and you game overed on the east, and then you came back and you both tried to go into the volcano at the same time. Patrick made it through, and you either backed out or you up and aid to go back to the west. Something happened, sent you back to the west, and from there he made it through. He got Fairy, he got Thunder, which that was punishing to put those on the other side of that volcano like that. But encounter skips and Candle and Cross, I don't know. I mean, it's a thing. It doesn't come into play that often, but it's interesting to see it here, especially in this low resource 2 lives seed here.
Yeah, my second time or third, whatever time when I finally got through that volcano, that I don't know why I didn't try to encounter skip the first time, but like with those, I don't know what you call them, the blue spiders being unkillable, that was a nightmare. Those things were wreaking havoc on me. Holy cow.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah, I remember one lava encounter you were trying to push through without an encounter skip, and it was like there was a lever in there that was coming from below. There was a blue spider that was chasing you. There was a moa flying around, and then there were bats. And I was like, this is a very busy encounter. This is probably not a good idea.
No, it was a terrible idea. It was an absolutely awful idea.
Yeah, can we request that Star roll any more seeds for us? Just like we've paid our dues.
Oh,
It's
my.
only week 2.
And the worst part of this for me is I don't know how deep this GP goes. I don't know how gross this thing is. I think I have like 4 or 5 forks I can follow right now. Like there's stuff
Yeah,
everywhere.
Patrick was in there for a while.
Yeah, the Dark Link was like left all the way up, all the way left, and then kind of led to them. But Yeah, I was in there for a while, it felt like.
I believe it. I was wondering, like, I think around the 40-minute mark, I started checking the race room, like, is this over yet? Is this over yet? Please tell me this is over. I don't want to go through this GP if this isn't over yet.
Yeah, no, that was unfun. Entire seed was just rough in general. One gemmer, but with but 2 lives, 3 hearts. Yeah, and life spell was just one bar of health. So, uh, game overs galore. Chat wants to know what your game over counters are.
Mine's at 19.
That's not as high as I would have thought. I would have figured somewhere in the 20s, but I guess only one gem, just one gem, I guess, was made it kind of
Mine's
brief.
in the 20s.
Yeah, not entirely surprised.
Yeah, there were definitely a couple times that I up and ate just to get my one life back. Like trying to push through that volcano. I went back to whatever palace it was in Valley of Death a couple times.
And you even tried to dig into some of the palaces, trying to like. It looked like you were. I assume you were gambling on whether the bosses were going to be kind of close to start, and if maybe they were dropping keys and you could just get through and place a gem.
Yeah. Get some get either that or maybe get a life level or two to help me out with this, because I was getting, like I said, I was getting beat up a lot all over the place. So
yeah, I mean, you weren't alone. Patrick was definitely getting beat up as well. It's just in the end, I think he got beat up a little bit less. He was able to turn in the medicine for shield, so that was helpful. And life, I don't know if you cast life at all, but it was only
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. It was one of those seeds, man. One of those seeds where the things all just kind of align, and it's just like this is beating everybody up. Patrick, do you remember if there was a glove block on the way to Darklink? Because it was no glove block to the elevator all the way up, like you said, and then left from there. And I don't really remember. You came to another.
I think there was a downstab block.
Oh, you know what, dude? There was a pit room, wasn't there? There was a pit room with the glove blocks on each side of it. I think so. There was an orange bird in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a glove block, but I don't know.
Yeah, because home, when you went in there without the glove the first attempt, we had that one. It was the way to Darklink, and we had that as an unknown route because Patrick hadn't gone down there yet, and there were no glove blocks that we could see up to that point and going left. So I'm thinking, I wonder if home is gonna. You went right first. You saw the glove block, and then you were out, and we were hoping you would come back in and try to, because you would have been funneled in that direction. And that would have been interesting because Thunderbird
would have maybe given me a chance.
Yeah, that I was wondering if it would be like a callback to last week, be like, gloveless GP, one gemmer, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is theoretically possible.
But you did confirm there was a for sure a glove needed there?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't think so. There was a glove somewhere on the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like once I saw the one glove block, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to risk this. I bet it's in this. I had a pretty good feeling that it was going to be in that cave, considering how isolated or locked off it was. Because I never found Bagu, and then of course I find Bagu's woods. I found the woods going back. I never found Bagu himself, but.
Yeah, I think the big fork here was you getting sent back to the west, trying to get through the volcano in the first time. Otherwise, had you both had Thunder and Thunder not being required here tonight, but you wouldn't have. You knew there were 2 towns left, and you wouldn't have passed up Thunder because it was so far away. So you would have both grabbed Thunder and Fairy. And Patrick went back. Well, I don't know, Patrick. You went back to the west. You didn't have downstab, and that's when you got it. But P1 was still there on the west side of the volcano.
Yeah.
So, and that's what you did. And I don't know. This could have been a lot closer. You both could have been in GP. Had it just 2 lives sucks. Had you had a few more lives, you would have been able to get through that volcano probably with ease.
And that like that volcano just was the lock for the seed. I feel like I guess I don't even know if we had to have. Yeah, we would have had to have fairy to get through a palace. Okay. So
Yeah,
that
the ending
volcano
key
just
was
blocked the seed.
nowhere to be seen, and no any key in sight, no key drops in sight. You were pretty much stuck with
Yeah.
Harry.
I don't think I
It was
saw
in
it.
Palace 6. Yeah.
We were hoping for a Hammer Cave check, and I've already deleted the seeds, and I don't feel like re-rolling it to look what's in Hammer Cave because it could have been the magic key.
No, it was in Palace 6.
Oh,
There was a hint for that.
there was hints.
Oh,
My bad,
there was
my
a
bad.
hint for it. We missed it. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were not. You guys were not getting that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my thought process was with the low resources, I wanted to have downstab in the palace. And I figured it was 3 or 6 on the west near GP, or it was 3 or 6 on Maze Island, so I could find 3 pretty quickly. So that was what I was thinking. I figured 1 probably was on the west or the east, but I didn't want to take a chance on a bunch of blue iron knuckles or something stupid like that.
Yeah. For what it's worth, Maze Island was Palace 6. I did do a dip in there, just checking to see which one it was, and found windows at one point. So
I think we're about to get kicked off here, but I guess any final thoughts? Just final thoughts here. Start with Patrick.
Nothing here. I mean, that was fun, hard, but fun. So thanks for commentating. Good game again, homewrecker, and best of luck
Yeah,
next week.
going to 2-0 here, which will be pretty. Yeah. GG's to you both. Yeah, that's home.
GG's, well played, Patrick. Yeah. I'm glad I got to dodge this this GP after that dumb volcano. Those are my thoughts.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, GG's to you both. Patrick, you're going to 2-0 and home to 1-1. Good luck for your future rounds.
Thank you.
And thanks to Mariah and Mizu for joining me on the restream today this time around. Give everyone a follow here to our 2 runners, Patrick and Homewrecker, to my Coco Mariah, and to our tracker, Missouri Fox. Thank you so much to everyone, and thank you to everyone in the chat for watching. We do need to get ourselves off here, because we've got another match starting in a couple of minutes. Going to be doing a speedrun setup of a Link of Past No Major Glitches League Season 3 match. Desert Palace Division Round 1. Game losers round. That's around. Yeah, round 1. I'm reading wrong entry on the schedule between Chex Human versus Kaznode. So we're going to stop to that real fast, and I'll be back with that. We've got looking like our next restream for Z2R will be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern between Level Legend and Mariah here. Good luck, Mariah, on that. That will be a really good match. Looking to put that on the ZSR2 as of right now. And other than that, though, thank you for watching. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and have a good night to the Z2R crew, and welcome into the Link with Past crew.